Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everybody. Yvonne here in my halal kitchen. I'm making a late dinner that will actually be lunch tomorrow. I'm trying to get my lighting right here. I'm going to make a Turkish dish called Karniyarik. It's a stuffed eggplant. And there's two dishes that are similar. One is stuffed eggplant with just vegetables and one with meat. So the one that's just vegetables is Imam Bialdi, which means the Imam fainted. But I'm doing the one with the stuff with the ground meat in it. And I just got a really nice small eggplant, so this is like good for me. Like I can have one half of it tonight and the other half of it tomorrow for lunch. But I wanted to show you guys how to make it because it's really, really super easy. So to get started, I just have a simple saute pan. And make sure my light is good. Let me see if I can push this back a little. There, I think that's a little better. And some olive oil. I'm gonna lightly saute some chopped onion and garlic and green pepper. If you have pepper, it's good to put it in. But if you don't, don't worry about it. You can still just do onion and garlic. And I feel like this light is really weird. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so lightly sauteing olive oil, lightly warming the olive oil, and I'm going to saute some chopped red pepper, yellow pepper, green pepper. But if you don't have that, that's okay. You don't even need 3 different colors. And some onion. Now, I didn't have any yellow onion. Usually I have quite a bit, and for some reason I'm out of it. So I'm using the purple onion. Don't use this if you have the yellow onion or white onion. This is a little sweet, but it's all I had, and I do need some onion in here because you need some flavoring at the bottom. So I'm going to saute that. And my spices are going to be really simple. I'm just using this kekik, which is a Turkish oregano, because I love the flavor of it. It's really kind of earthy and very strong. And then I'm using just sea salt and black pepper. I can also do red chili pepper. That's a good thing if you want. And I'm using ground lamb for this dish. You can use ground beef or a mixture of both. I've even done this before with ground chicken or turkey because that was what I had. And but my favorite is with the ground lamb. I just like the flavor the most. And then I'm going to add some red pepper paste and tomato paste. They don't always include that in all of the recipes, but in the Aegean region where I'm living half the year, they have a lot of dishes with this red pepper paste. It's called acı biber, which means red pepper, and tomato paste. It just gives it kind of like a little bit more of a Mediterranean taste, but you don't have to do that. And then I also chopped up some tomatoes over here because I'm going to add that in. And I'm going to chop up the eggplant over here once I throw these in. Because you have to cut the eggplant in half and then scoop out the inside. And then you're going to add that to this dish. But what I do is onion and garlic here first. So that goes in. And I want down a bit the peppers. I have kind of a process. I don't like to put the onion together, but if I'm in a really big hurry, I will do that. So but for right now, they don't go in. Let's see. I need another plate. So I'll put my tomatoes over. I'll put my tomatoes in here. So I just roughly chopped some tomatoes. It's better if you take the skins off. I didn't do that this time because they were kind of smaller tomatoes and they're harder to do. But generally with cooking, especially Turkish cooking, you want to take the skins off of the tomatoes. And it's something that I've learned over here. And, people just, I think it's because, the skin comes off in the food and then it becomes like something you can't digest very well. So it is really better to just take the skin off. So for the eggplant, I don't know if you can see this. Let me move the computer back. maybe now you can see a little better. So let's focus on the food. All right, so I'm cutting this eggplant in half. And what I do to get the flesh out a little easier is I kind of pierce the skin and do like a cross in there. It kind of just helps me to scoop it out better. And you need, like if you have like a sort of metal spoon, it really helps because then you can just kind of get in there and get around it, and then it comes out. So this is getting really hot. So I want to add my peppers now. Yeah, it smells really good like this. Yummy. Very nice. Okay, so I'm going to work on my eggplant. So I'm going to scoop this out. I'm going to need this bowl. Scooping it out. And it's okay if it doesn't come out properly because we're going to chop it up. Basically what you want to make sure you do is just, you can actually do this too. That's why I like metal spoons. They really kind of have a little sharp edge to them.
You know, sugar. So just replacing sugar with honey can actually...
Got something else running at the same time. Let me see what that is. If I can turn it off. There we go. Okay.
Wow. Compared to sugar, honey actually lowers the serum triglycerides.
That always happens. Okay. Sometimes I have multiple things playing. And I did a webinar earlier today with my friend and colleague, Holistic Mom MD, and we talked about shopping to
It's 9 o'clock.
boost your immune system. And so I was watching it again. Lots of great nuggets of wisdom in there. So, okay, so you're going to see how it's taking shape. It's becoming, like a boat, basically. I want to get, as much as I can without breaking that skin on the bottom. So I'm almost done with that. There we go. Okay, so now here's what I do. I don't add tomatoes right away. I like to add the meat next. This really isn't that important, but it's just kind of like the way that I like to do it. I feel like this, if I add the tomatoes because they have a lot of juice, it's make everything wet again, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just getting this meat in here. This again is ground lamb. It's a little bit more of the lean type. There's not a lot of fat in here, but you can have either one. You can get it with some fat. Now just some oregano. You can add parsley, but I'm going to do parsley and mint on the top of the dish. And now I've got my hot pepper. Add that in here. So I want this to get nice and brown. Add my sea salt. About 1.5 teaspoons. And the same with the black pepper. I eyeball everything, but for scientific sake, I know that we have to know. Okay, so I want to get back to this eggplant because this is going to go in this mixture, and I want it to be really nice and chopped up. So it's got to really... Eggplant is so meaty on its own, it almost feels like sometimes like it could be a meat substitute. So I'm just going to throw it in right now. Actually, because I need space on my counter. So I really should be using a bigger cutting board, but at the moment, this is all I pulled out. It's okay. And always improvising in the kitchen. Let's do that. And you can go a little smaller if you want. Oh, I smell that lamb. Very nice. Yum. Smells really good. Okay. Eggplant is in. I'm gonna give that a whirl. If you have cumin, I think that tastes really good in here. I do like it. And at the moment, I have no idea where mine is. So I'm skipping it. Otherwise, I will do it. So again, this is called scoring. So basically, just basically making it easier to scoop out. That's all. So now is the time actually to also add the pepper paste. Now I want to make sure that the ground beef is, or the ground lamb is chopped up. It's not in really big chunks because then it doesn't cook very evenly. So you want to just pound it down with your spoon. Okay, so I'm going to do about a spoonful of this is the aji biber paste, or red pepper. So it's about a tablespoon. And a spoonful of the tomato. I might add a little more if I don't like the color of this. And if it's not red enough to me, because I like my Karniyarik a little bit more on the tomatoey side or peppery side. If you have paprika, I could add some of that. Yes, I had chili powder. I'm reorganizing everything, and I have a little bit of a organizing to do. So, reorganizing. Okay. So that has to get spooned in. I don't know if you can see. It's really nice. And I think that color is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a lot of meat here. I mean, you could probably fill 2 eggplants actually. All right, so I need to finish chopping this. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze from the chili powder. And it feels like I'm racing against the clock because I don't want things to start burning. And because they're getting a little dry, now is a good time we can add the tomatoes. So there we go. Nice, it's really looking nice. All right, so these will get set aside. Let me just finish chopping these. That really wants to, I want to get the eggplant in before the tomatoes too. Good, because that you have some oil in there, so that eggplants will soak that up. And then all we're going to do is stuff these eggplants with this meat mixture and put them in a baking tray in the oven for like 20 minutes. And you won't see that end product in this video. You can see the end product on my Instagram. Because that's what I'll do. I'll show the picture, the end picture on my Instagram. Right. Looking really good. You don't have to do that chili pepper if you don't want. I just really like spicy food. And I feel like in Turkish cooking, the acı biber, the hot pepper, is like my chance to get something hot. So I love it so much. Okay, almost done. If you put, if you chop everything ahead of time, you could come home from work. Well, most people are home at work, but when everybody goes back to work, you can have everything chopped up already, and then when you come home, just throw this together, and then you can have meal on the table in like under 30 minutes. So now the tomatoes. This kind of is going to give it a little more hydration, a nice flavor, and I don't have fresh parsley, so I'm going to get some dried parsley. And we really should taste this to see if it has enough salt or not. Let's see. Here's my dried parsley. Oh, there's my cumin. I have a lot of organizing to do. So, all right. Parsley is a must. And I should have added this cumin like earlier, but that's okay. It will work. Not all dishes ask for cumin. I just really, really like it in this dish. Okay, so you can turn it off because this is going to continue cooking in the oven and I don't want to dry it out too much. So, to show you, all we do is take our 2 eggplants and stuff them with the meat mixture. This is turned off. Now in Turkey, what they do is take like a fresh pepper or tomato and put the slice over the top, like a fresh slice over the top. I don't have those peppers, but I do have small tomato. And by the way, this was only a half a pound of lamb, and look how much it gave us. So I could fill like maybe even 2 more eggplants this way. Let's see, where's my spoon? So, really nice. Karniyarik. Okay, let me get a tomato. So, what I'm going to do is slice the tomato like this. Usually they use a bigger one. And I'm going to put it over the top, and I'll show you in a second. Everything is presented really nicely. Lots of veggies in this cuisine, which is what I love so much. These are really small, but they work. You work with what you've got. So basically, that's what you're doing. And if you have a small serrano pepper or something, that could go over the top. So this is going to bake in the oven, not on this plate, but it's going to bake in the oven for 20 minutes. Around 20 minutes. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil on top so that the meat doesn't burn, but that's also what the tomato does. It kind of hydrates the meat so that it doesn't burn. And that's it. And I'll, garnish it with some more parsley and mint on top. And then basically it's like a meal in itself. So check my Instagram for the final picture and let me know what you guys think. All right. Thanks. Assalamu alaikum, Neda. All right. We'll see you guys another day. Love you from Chicago. Oh, hey. All right. So we'll see you guys another time. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum.